Welcome to my videos on my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the MLB 2025 standings week 9. Well, this week was played the week 9 on MLB 2025 season. So, for that reason, I'm going to talk about how are the MLB standings are in both leagues in the MLB. So, let's start with the American League. In the East Division, the Yankees are still in this division for 6 or 7 straight week. And in this moment, my favorite team, the New York Yankees, have the second best record in the league, where they have a 32-20 record, and they have been playing at tremendous baseball level because they have a 82 record, and they have an easy advantage against his opponents in the division where the Tampa Bay Rays recover because in this moment they have a record of 500 because remember in the first 5-6 weeks of the season they started very bad because they were in the bottom of the division, but later they recovered and in this moment they are with a 500 record and they are in the second place in the league in the division. The Rock Sox are 6.5 games behind the Yankees and the Blue Jays 7 games. So it looks like that these two teams are gonna to fight to enter to the wild card run. It's still early because they so far from the Yankees, but the season is still early and they can reach them. The Yankees and the Orioles are in the bottom of this division. They have a 18-34 record. I think that 2 or 3 weeks ago they fired his former head coach, and they had a new and they hired a new manager. But it looks like that this hasn't been a shame. And in the Central Division, the Detroit Tigers have the best record in the American League with a 34-20 record. They have a four-game advantage against the Guardians and Twins, and 5-game advantage against the Royals. You can see here that this is very close. This division, even that the Tigers have a good advantage, and everything can happen this next week because the Guardians, Twins, and Royals can have a great week, and the Tigers can have a bad week, and any of these two teams can be leading this division in the end of the next week. And the White Sox, in this moment, they are one of the worst team in the league, in the MLB, with the worst team in the American League with a 17-36 record. Of course, in this moment they are in the worst team in the league like the last year, but in this moment they have a bad record and they are not going to qualify to the playoffs. And in the West Division, this is a very close division. You can see the Mariners are for tier of straight week. They are leading this division with a 29-23 record. They have a 1.5 game advantage against the Astros and 4 game advantage against the Rangers and Angels. So everything can happen because you can see here that there is only 7 game difference from the first place, the Mariners, and 7 games of the Athletics. So everything can happen. But I need to focus here in the first place where the Mariners and the Astros, the difference is only 1.5 game difference, and I think that the Rangers are gonna to fight to win this division because I don't see how the Angels and Athletics can follow the rim of the other three teams, and the Angels and the Athletics aren't gonna to compete against these three teams because they don't have the talent neither the team to compete against them. So I think that the fight to win this division will be between the Mariners, Astros, and Rangers. And in the National Division, in the East League, the Philadelphia Phillies are leading this division with a 34-19 record. This is I think that this is a back-to-back week that they lead in this division because in the first 7 weeks the New York Mets were leading this division. In this moment the Mets are 2 games below the Phillies. They have a very bad week in the last 2 weeks, and for that reason they fell to the second place. About the Braves, the last week the last week have a 500 record, I think so. Now they had a bad week this week, and for that reason they got back to a record below 500. In this moment they are 8.5 games below the Phillies, but I think that in the end they're going to fight to enter to the playoff. and I think that the Nationals and the Marlins don't have the enough team to compete against these three teams, the Phillies, Mets, and Braves, to qualify to the playoff. But it's still early the season, and I think that in the end the Phillies, Mets, and Braves are going to fight to win this division. It looks like that the Braves are in reduce that gap, but because the Phillies and the Mets, especially the Phillies, are fighting, are playing a very good baseball, and the most probably is that the Phillies and the Mets are going to fight to win this division, and the Braves are going to fight to enter to the playoffs in the Central Division. The Chicago Cubs are, sorry, and the best team in this moment are the Phillies with the best record in the league. In the Central Division, the Chicago Cubs are leading this division for 7 straight weeks with a 32-21 record. The Cardinals have reduced that gap because they, in this moment, they are only 2 games below the Cubs. So this is very interesting because the Cardinals can have a very great week the next week, and the Cubs can have a very bad week, and they can and the Cardinals can get the first set in the next week, in the end of the next week. So this is interesting. And the Brewers and the Reds are 6.5 games below the Cubs, and it looks like that they are gonna to compete to enter to the playoffs as a wild card. And about the Pirates, one of the worst teams in the league, they have a 1935 record. They wasted a lot of talent in his team, especially Paul Skinny, that the most probably is going to be transferred to another team. So I don't know what is going to happen with the Pirates because they are one of the worst teams in the league, and I don't know why the MLB and his owner don't do anything. And in the western, in the last division, in the West, the best division in the league, the Dodgers have the are leading this division for 3 or 4 straight week. They have a 32-21 record. They have a 1 game advantage against the Giants and 2 game advantage against the Padres. This is very interesting because there is only two games difference between the first and third place, and everything can happen here. But in the end, I think, in my opinion, that the Dodgers and the Dodgers are going to win this division. But I think that the only teams that can compete against the Dodgers are the Padres because I don't see how the Giants and the Diamondbacks can compete against the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks that started very great the season, they started since May to play a very bad baseball, and for that reason, in this moment they have a record below 500 and they are 6 games below the Dodgers. But I think that in the end the Diamondbacks will be there to try to compete to enter to the playoffs as a wildcard team. And about the Rockies, they are the worst team in the league. In this moment, they have won less than 10 games, and it looks like that they're going to break the record because they are going to lose more than 120 games. This is a very bad situation, and the Rockets made history in that bad way because they become the team with the worst record in the first 50 games played. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can write me in any of my social media platforms. So see you next video. Gibran.